Thousands of individuals have completed the Highlands Ability Battery and gone through the debrief with a Highlands Certified Consultant who has completed intensive specialized training. The debrief is the high-touch component of our whole person method and part of what makes Highlands so unique. To get a feel for what the debrief is like, hear what some clients have to say.
There was one particular part of the report that I was surprised, actually two that I was surprised by. And so it was nice to be able to reflect on that with the facilitator and talk about that.
But I also liked that I was able to have a coach on the back end of the assessment, someone to interpret and tell me exactly what my results meant and how they applied to my life.
Well, the debriefing was a great conversation. In having that conversation, there were things that I read in print that became more impactful in having the conversation. I was posed with additional questions and how some of the skill sets that came out in the report are actually utilized in my real world of work, and how do I acclimate to different situations based on my true style, and how does that style either enhance others or reduce them.
Being able to talk through it with somebody took it to a whole nother level. You know, reading it, you kind of got this flat version, but to talk through your own profile, that in itself, to get examples and to learn how this could apply to my life, really changed those things. And it made me really excited versus the reading, which I was already excited about, but learning those examples and taking those on was great.
Yeah, so I remember skimming the report before we did the feedback session, and some of the things helped when we had the feedback session. It was a lot of information at one time, but things started to click and make sense. So a lot of what I heard in the feedback session made me realize how true the scores were of my abilities, and forced me to go back and look at the report itself and say, okay, let me get my head around this concept. And it really helped me start to put some language around who I am and how I work in a team. And that was really cool for me to be able to hold on to that knowledge and start using it to help me become better and to build skills in areas where I knew I needed to work, but finally had some language to talk about it.
Are you ready to start your journey of self-discovery? Let Highlands guide the way.